Being allowed on Facebook as a kid was truly the lowest form of unrestricted childhood internet access, as you can tell by the things I posted. But the best part of Facebook was objectively the Flash games. And out of all of these, my favourite was one called Monster Galaxy. Monster Galaxy was a game developed by Gaia Online in 2010 specifically for Facebook. It was sort of a cross between Pokemon and Monster Hunter, however it was a bit more structured as it had levels to progress through. There's also an RPG aspect and you meet different characters to help you, notably Nova, who I had the fattest childhood crush on. You made a team of 3 monsters known as Mogres and fought different Mogres on each level, which you could go on to kill or to catch and add to your roster. And oh my god, this game was hard. You'd have to redo levels in order to get XP and level up to become strong enough, but this was so time consuming, I don't think I actually ever completed the game. But despite that, oh my god, it's just the most beautiful game with such relaxing, cozy vibes. Like, the soundtrack is incredible. I don't know if I can play it here for copyright reasons, but definitely go look up the Monster Galaxy OST after this video. It also has motifs of like space and astrology, and all the character designs and art are incredible. I really liked how they tied this game in with Facebook, because you could get help from your friends and you could also interact with and share posts in order to win Mogres, which I loved doing, despite how it was probably annoying my grandparents on Facebook because I kept accidentally sharing every single thing I caught. Lily just captured a Beefy and named it Beefy. Absolutely fascinating information that my entire Facebook friends list needs to know about. I loved having that little Facebook Messenger chat box in the corner, because I'd always text my dad on his lunch break, and no matter what conversation we were having, I would always find a way to make it about Monster Galaxy. And if we had to have a normal conversation, I would be so dry, it was iconic. Hello little girly, how are you? Fine, I just got a Galantic Beefy. I think I mean galactic, I don't think that's a word. Oh wow, well done. Did you have a good time with Pop Pops? Yes, and I won the Galantic Beefy. Have you had a good day? Yes. What have you done? Lots. That's good. Are you looking forward to going to Nanny's? Yes. Have you packed all the things you want to take? Yes. What are you taking with you? Lots. I should have printed these off for my autism assessment and they would have diagnosed me on the spot. Beefy, my king. Monster Galaxy later came out with 2 mobile games, Zodiac Islands and Exile, which were pretty similar, just with more in-app purchases and a heavier RPG aspect with more characters and quests. I still have these on my iPod, so I can still play them luckily, but they were removed from the App Store in 2020 along with a load of other games that are now lost. Monster Galaxy's servers were shut down in the late 2010s. I don't have an actual date, all it says is late 2010s, because there's not a lot of information about this game, but I assume it went down like just before 2020, because that's when Adobe Flash Player was discontinued. If we still had Adobe Flash, my life would be so much better. It took away everything I enjoyed. Nowadays, if you go onto Facebook Games, you'll find high quality entertainments such as Dino Egg Shoot Bubble Shoot, Dinosaur Eggs Pop, Bubble Shooter Never Old, Shoot Bubble, Bubbleverse 3D and Bubble Pop Classic. Such variety, am I right? Monster Galaxy went silent on Facebook around 2016, before posting that they were returning in November 2021. At first this was exciting, then you look a bit closer and it says Monster Galaxy Play to Earn. Doesn't sound like a scam at all, right? Not a single person in the comments took this well, of course. It's such a bizarre business model to remake something intended for an audience of old fans and just praying some of them happen to be into NFTs. Also, their account has 1.2 million followers, but all their posts get like 2 angry reacts at best. It's so funny. The premise of the new game, from my very surface level understanding of crypto, is that you'd pay to play the game and collect Mogres as NFTs and then you can trade them to make more money. I'm not really sure, they don't make it very clear. But in case you need a reminder, NFTs are bad because the blockchains they're stored and traded on are incredibly energy intensive to run and have a significant environmental impact. Plus the morals of them are just a bit questionable. Most NFTs are generated, not individually drawn, whether that's by AI or randomly generating different drawn parts to put together. A bit like a dress-up game. Which means the vast majority of NFTs are low effort and just plain ugly. Yet the price points are absolutely insane. Like there's one NFT that sold for nearly $100 million. And it sells some balls. I will give them credit, this was made by a real artist, but it's clear to see these price points are nothing but a scam, just so people can say they own a picture. If you'd like to own a picture in an ethical way, commission an artist or buy an OC adopt from someone on DeviantArt. Not only will this support a small artist, but it won't cost you your child's college fund. Also, if you buy NFTs, you're just a massive neek, and you're probably a greasy incel who lives in their mum's basement at 40. And Monster Galaxy Play to Earn is even bigger of a scam. You do not in fact play to earn, because from what I've heard on the subreddit, you have no actual way of withdrawing the currency you make, yet you still have to pay money to play it. It's a poorly disguised scam. The original mobile games had microtransactions, and I have bought these before. It's not only a system that's effective in making money in an ethical and transparent way, but it's something anyone can still enjoy, not just greasy crypto men. Them making money off the whole energy recharge thing was so annoying though, oh my god. Facebook is full of upset fans who not only don't like the financial focus of the game, but also the regular gameplay. It changed the gameplay mechanics in favour of generic turn-based dungeon combat, and from what I'm aware, you can only catch certain mogas in certain situations and the rest is gacha. Like with Pokemon, my main incentive to play was wanting to collect every character, and having to essentially gamble is not the funnest way to go about that. I do love gacha games, don't get me wrong, but not when every pull comes straight out of my bank account. I will admit the new game does have a lot of the charm from the original game, like it keeps the same soundtrack and graphics and just the general vibe of it. I don't really know how to explain it, but I have like nostalgia for something I've never played. I'm not going to try and pretend I understand this whole blockchain thing, no matter how much research I do. So I don't want to talk too much about how the new game works because I feel like I sound a bit dumb trying to get my head around the stuff I'm talking about. Monster Galaxy took a similar path as Neopets, who also went down the NFT route, and of course this is a massive failure. Monster Galaxy Play to Earn doesn't seem like it has much of an active player base at all, so this whole thing was a massive flop for the developers who could have just made a normal game everyone could play. It's disappointing how things turned out for something that once meant the world to me, but that happens sometimes. Though I'm lucky enough to still have the mobile apps, I wish so badly I could play the original game again. I don't know if anyone's working towards rewriting the game because I haven't heard anything about this, but as far as I'm aware the assets are available and it's not lost media. I know it'd be difficult to remake because of the multiplayer and like the Facebook aspects, but it's well documented enough for YouTube and that's enough for me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this whole situation and bye bye!